Today it's all about the 3-wood. There is nothing more frustrating than when you've hit the perfect drive on a par 5, you pull out that 3-wood or 5-wood to go and hit that second shot and you stone cold top it. It is absolutely infuriating. You've just turned a really good hole into a really bad hole. So today we're going to be talking about how the club face works and how you should approach hitting a fairway wood, because it's probably one of the things that people completely misunderstand. They try to hit a 3-wood like they're hitting the driver, and if you're doing that, well, that's where the topped shots are coming from in the first place. So first of all, let's actually talk about the head in general. The one thing that you're trying to do when you're hitting a fairway wood, and I've got a 5-wood in my hand, is that you're trying to make contact with the upper portions of the club face. If we are making contact with the lower portions of the club face with the golf ball, and this is where the top shots or the thin shots or the low flighting ball shots comes from, or the really excessively spinning golf balls which don't go very far. If we make contact with the bottom sections of the club head, it means that the club head is going to roll over the top of the golf ball as we strike it, and it's going to lead to very bad shots. So straight away, the understanding is when we're trying to make contact with a fairway wood, we would want to be making contact with the upper portions of the club head, which will then lead to the ball flighting and getting a lot less spin. So we're going to get a little bit more distance. So now that you understand where we need to be striking the golf ball, it also then starts to open up to the mind of how you should be setting up to the golf ball. So, like I said, the most misunderstood thing is people seem to think that they should be hitting their 3-wood like their driver. Yes, I do want you to have the ball position forward, but I don't want you to have it as forward as what you normally would do when you're hitting your driver. So if I'm hitting my driver and my ball position is aligned to what I would call the front heel, when hitting the 3-wood, we want to shift it slightly further back. So it's roughly a golf ball inside your lead side heel. That puts you in the first position to give yourself the best chance possible to hitting down on the golf ball. Yes, you heard me right. We want to be hitting down with our fairway woods. We want to be approaching our fairway shots exactly the same we would be with our irons. We hit down on our irons, we want to be hitting down with our 3-wood. That's what gives you the best chance possible of hitting the upper portions of the club face. So then that leads to the thought of what you should be thinking about when you're swinging through the golf ball. Now that we've got our ball position into a better area, I want you to concentrate on the feeling or sensation of finishing on your lead side foot. The other reasons why we top the shot is because we're trying to help the golf ball into the air, and that means we're hanging back. And if we're hanging back again, you can see there it puts the low point even further back, and that's going to introduce what we call an upward strike, and of course it's going to hit the bottom section of the head. You could stone cold top it. So the understanding or the feeling or sensation of feeling like you're finishing on your left side is extremely important to you getting that downward angle of attack on the golf ball. Now that we've got the golf ball into a slightly better position in our setup, where it's what I would call a golf ball inside our lead side heel, you're now into a setup position that's going to work. You understand where you need to hit it on the club face, but you'll also understand that you want to be finishing with your weight on your lead side leg. You do not want to be hanging back trying to scoop that ball into the air. So now that you understand it, now that you've got the golf ball in the correct position, just make sure that when you make that swing, you create that descending blow by treating your fairway wood like an iron. Perfect strikes. And as you can see there, I've taken a little bit of a divot in front of the golf ball. And that just goes to prove that hitting down on the golf ball is a hell of a lot more effective when using a fairway wood. And you could see there that the ball launch nicely into the air. Quick, simple and easy. Simple. Treat your fairway wood like an iron. Make sure that you've got it in the correct position in your setup, and then just understand that you make sure that you finish on your lead side at the end of your swing. All those things there are going to produce what we would call a downward angle of attack and make those fairway woods a lot easier to hit. Anyway, try that out. Let me know how it went for you by leaving a comment below. And of course, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video.